I'm Tyler Kangas.
And I'm Zuleiki Wight.
And this is Finlandia Fridays.
Welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock. I am your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. This week we are joined by two people in love. This is our Finlandia special. We have Tyler and Zuleiki here. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to have you guys both introduce yourselves individually before we go into a little bit of story of love here. Tyler, let's start with you.
What do you want to know?
Where are you from? What do you do here at Finlandia? All that good stuff.
Okay, so my name is Tyler Kangas. I am a senior nursing student here at Finlandia. I have played football for the past 3 years. I'm from Manistee, Michigan, so about 4.5 hour drive. Still in UP. I transferred in from Northern, so this is my 5th year of college in general. But
nice, transfer student.
Oh yeah.
What attracted you to Finlandia?
I've heard they had a good nursing program, and they had a football program that they were starting. So I knew there was an opportunity for me there. So I figured I would say why not? And just came here.
Excellent. And Zu, introduce yourself then.
My name is Zuleiki Wight. I am an RA. I'm also on Student Senate here at Finlandia University. I am a women's soccer captain, and I played soccer here for 3 years. I'm from Idaho, so Island Park, Idaho. It's near Yellowstone, Montana border. And I think that's about it for me.
And physical therapist assistant major?
Oh, yeah. Physical therapist assistant. Graduate this year, and then I have 1 more year for healthcare management.
Excellent. As you guys know, it's Valentine's Day week. We got to celebrate Valentine's Day yesterday, so today we're talking about just another Finlandia story. So talk about how you guys got to know each other and what it's been like being on campus and dating, and then eventually getting engaged.
Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff in one round. All right. So we met my sophomore year, her freshman year, at a mixer.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, yep. So, and then we kind of saw each other around, occasionally, and just like walk in the halls. Talked a little bit, but didn't really go much deeper than that year. Then the summer she went to Tanzania. We would Snapchat and converse like every once in a while, just seeing. I would ask her. She would never start the conversations. I would have to start them, and then and then we both became RAs the following year. So during RA training, that's where everything kind of just started taking off.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And talk a little about that. So you guys are RAs, that's resident assistant for those unaware. That it means you help out in the dorms with the students who live on the floors, kind of basically being a parent in a lot of ways, right?
A little bit.
So talk about what RA training was like, and then a little bit about how you guys got to know each other better at that.
So RA training is just you're going there, you're trying to figure out what these people want or need from getting into the dorms. A lot of them are first year students, so they're going away from home, and you're kind of just their little person to help them figure out what's going on.
Excellent. And I do love making you guys super awkward by talking about this before we part. But one of the things I like about it is you guys got involved. You guys saw an opportunity on campus to get a little bit more scholarship funding to be an RA and find a place to live. And it allowed you guys to have an opportunity to get to meet each other and meet other friends too. I mean, talk a little about what it's like on campus to be involved like that. Because a lot of students don't do that. They don't get involved, and therefore they don't get a chance to meet people like you guys did.
So for me, I loved being involved with everything, especially my freshman year. It was just, you were able to see a lot more different people. You were able to experience different experiences, and I think people need that little nudge, and that's what leadership and doing and getting involved with these things helps you do. It gets you out of your shell. Excellent.
What's it been like for you to be an RA?
So I decided to be an RA because I was trying to get back in the dorms after my year off out of the dorms. Just it was easier for me. I thought how convenient it was, and then I saw the opportunity to become an RA, and I was like, I've never shied away from opportunity to be a leader and just opportunities in general. So I went for it, got accepted, and it's been a good experience. Cause we had to do some things we do a lot of stuff with the students. We do activities and learning activities for the students in the dorm. So overall, it's just been a great experience trying to connect with people that way.
Excellent. One of the things I like to tell people, especially people coming from the UP, I mean, you were coming from Idaho, so you're coming in, you didn't know a lot of people. The dorms was really kind of the only option at that point. But you had the option of probably living off campus because you're, relatively local. How important do you think it was for you to be in those dorms to just be around campus like you were?
Oh, I mean, especially in Finlandia, you live in the dorms, everything's right there where you need. And then there's the community of all the people around you, so you meet new people, even if you don't really talk to them a whole lot, you know who they are, they know who you are. So if if there's ever an opportunity where you guys interact, I mean, it's not as awkward, if at all, because you already know everyone there.
Right.
And it gives you that sense of community and home, it's your home away from home, and you can, if you need anything, people can just go to your room. It's not I have to go all the way 5 minutes away or a block away. It just happens.
Right. Again, this is Finlandia Fridays, our weekly podcast here at Finlandia University, talking about the different stories. We have 2 students deep in love here for our Finlandia special, talking about all the things that brought them here to Finlandia and they've experienced while they're here. And if you guys recognize their names, it could be because you're an athletic fan of ours, a Finlandia Lions fan. Zoo, of course, is on the women's soccer team, and Tyler is on the football team, and they're both captains of their respective teams. So, Zoo, let's talk a little about the soccer team. What's it been like for your first 3 years? And I know this year you guys took a huge step forward. What was that like?
So our first year was super developmental. We had gotten a lot of help from hockey and basketball. And then in the next years, it's still a little bit of help, but we had a little bit more soccer girls. This year, we actually had a team, which was really, really nice. We developed and we took out a lot more than I thought we would at the beginning, because you have so many freshmen coming in. You're like, oh, maybe, it might be a little rocky or hazy, but it actually took off, and girls really did chemistry really well this year. So I'm excited for next year.
Hey, you guys set a ton of school records, which was fun. It'll be really exciting to see next year. I know Jordan's got some good recruits in the pipeline too, so it should be really fun to watch you guys. And Tyler, you've been a part of the football team basically since the beginning. What's it been like? And you're done now, so
yeah.
How do you look back at your career as a Finlandia football player?
It was a very roller coastery career in football at Finlandia. I wouldn't trade it for the world though. I've had a great time. I've met a lot of great people. Really relationships I will forever cherish. But because of the roller coastery of how it went, how everything has gone, I mean, we never really took off quite yet. But I feel like they're close. Coach Wilson, I think Coach Wilson is doing a good job right now, and the other coaches in trying to create a culture that is just very positive and very welcoming to everyone that comes in. As for myself, I'm happy with the effort and the time I put into the sport. It's been great. My parents actually were able to go to every single but one of my college games, away and home. They would always make it a trip, every weekend if we played away. They've gone to Buffalo and the Dakotas. They've taken those trips. Yeah. So I'm happy that they were able to make it there, and it's meant a lot to me. So. Excellent.
Final thing I want to go into a little bit is your majors. Your nursing major. What's that been like for you, and what attracted you to want to be a nurse?
I started thinking about being a nurse when I was in high school. I was in our health occupations program in high school, and I was able to get my CNA through there. But it was my junior, senior year when I started looking at careers in the healthcare field. At first I thought maybe doctor, but I was like, that's a lot of schooling. Right. So let's tone it down a little bit. Let's go for a nurse, and then maybe become a nurse practitioner later in my career. And so far that's been my goal line, is eventually becoming some type of advanced practice nurse. So then I went to Northern because they have a nursing program, and then I realized I had an opportunity to play football, came up here. Nursing program itself takes a lot of time, takes a lot of studying, takes a lot of effort, but I've created relationships there as well that I will forever, cherish, because our class size right now is 8, and I've gotten close to every single one of them. So you can imagine we go to class every day, only 8 of us, and it wouldn't take a whole lot for us to really build a bond.
Right. And I love it too. You're able to play football and become a nurse. There's a lot of places where that can't happen. But your professor's able to work with you and make that work. And so talk a little bit what a PTA. I know a lot of people don't know what PTA is, but it's actually one of our most popular degrees. People are very interested in this program. Talk about why you were interested in it and what it's been like to be a student in that program.
Okay, so PTA is just physical therapist assistant. It's not to be confused for parent-teacher association.
Right?
But it's a lot about helping others. So a lot of people don't think about physical therapy when they think of like healthcare professions like immediately. You think of nurses, you think of doctors. What made me want to go into it, I wanted to be a nurse originally when I was in high school, and I started thinking a little bit more, and I was able to come upon PTA. I did my first just observation hours at a nursing home back home, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
They did like exercises with them, and that what was so intriguing to me is that no, it's not just, getting them back together with medicine or anything. It's getting them back to their functional needs, like getting somebody back to what they were doing before, whether it was like walking, or if somebody is like a great skier, getting them back to skiing, or even like just living, like being mobile to live by themselves or anything. And I absolutely loved it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being on, and congratulations on, I'm getting a little ahead of it here, but congratulations on graduating in May. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys' alumni stories and hearing about the big wedding when it happens. And thank all of you for tuning in to this special edition of Finlandia Fridays, our Finlandia edition. We will see you guys next Friday.